Welcome to Dark 30 Outdoors. Thank you so much for watching my video. I really appreciate it. My channel is dedicated to bringing you outdoors related tips, techniques, and strategies. So if you're interested in fishing, kayaking, camping, hiking, hunting, scouting, canoeing, boating, any of those things, then definitely hit the subscribe button and the bell notification. That way you won't miss any future videos. So, with having said that, let's get into today's topic. My 4 top lures for smallmouth bass fishing in creeks and rivers during the springtime. Now, I define the springtime basically as ice out right up until the spawn. I don't include anything beyond that. So, let's get into it. I'll start with a lead head jig. I have here a 1/16 ounce with a 3-inch black and gray twister tail. That's pretty classic. Sometimes fish that with a 1/8 or a 1/4 depending on what the flow rate is like. This is pretty universal. That twister tail, it's gonna emulate shad, minnows, leeches, worms. That fishes really well just about anywhere. It's got a really small profile, so when that water is really cold, ice out to about 40 degrees, that can really be the ticket. And then another lure that I will often throw on a lead head jig is a swim bait. That right there is a Big Joshy swim bait. That's their 3/4 ounce. If you haven't seen these are fantastic. And let me tell you why. These are specially designed tail to really give off action at the very slowest of speeds. It's still going to give a really good action. So when the water's cold and that slow, subtle presentation is key, these are definitely the ticket. Really great bait for when it's really cold out. My next bait, number 2, is a jerk bait. This here is the Rapala X-Rap 10. I've got that in a clown color. When our creeks and rivers in the springtime, a lot of times they're up and they can be a little bit dirty, so that's definitely going to stand out. But I'm not afraid to throw that in clear water. A bright color definitely gets their attention. This is a bait that I will typically throw it into a spot, twitch it a few times, and then bring it back. I don't work this all the way back to me because that takes a lot of time, and really I just want to put it in their face and try to get their attention. Okay, the number 3 bait is a football jig with a skirt and then a chunk trailer. I have the Strike King Bitsy Bug here along with the Yum Baby Craw Bug. That's a great combination. It's a little bit smaller profile, so again, when we're thinking spring, especially early in the spring and the water's still pretty cold, that's a great combination with that smaller profile. And then as the water warms a little bit, I'll get into a spinner bait. This one here, that's a Strike King spinner bait. I'm a big fan of War Eagle spinner baits. This is their Finesse spinner bait. It's a 5/16 ounce, and it's got this turtleback blade. That's a spinner bait that you can work just a little bit slower in the water when the water's still cold. And as it warms up, it's getting really close to the pre-spawn, and the fish are getting aggressive and chasing. I'll go to a 3/8 ounce Screaming Eagle. That's got the gold and the chrome double willow blades. And that's probably one of my favorites. I'll usually take a twister tail. This is a Kalin's 3-inch grub, and I'll dress that hook. If I'm throwing a spinner bait, I'm going to be dressing the hook for sure. I'm not real big on trailer hooks. I don't really feel it's necessary. Here's one. It's been through the paces for sure. And you'll see that that's got a double tail, twister tail. So that definitely gives a lot of a vibration and a little bit more profile in the water. So that's another good spring bait. Let me share with you some of the gear that I'm using. The jigs and the jerk bait, I'll throw those on my spinning rod. I've got a Berkeley Lightning rod. This is a 6.5 foot medium light rod. And then for the reel, I have a Mitchell Avocet RZT, and this is the 2500 series. That's a nice small lightweight reel. It's great for creeks and rivers if you're wading. if you're paddling a kayak and a canoe, even boats. This is pretty much my all-around spinning rod. It goes anywhere. I've got it spooled with original strand monofilament, 8 or 10 pound test. That seems to work really great. And then for the other lures, something with a little bit more weight, I'll throw those on a bait caster. Again, this is the Berkeley Lightning. This one is a 6 foot. It's a medium. It's got the pistol grip. I especially love this for fishing out of my kayak where space is a premium. And then that reel, that bait caster, that's a Bass Pro Shops Extreme Light. I absolutely love this reel. It's got the 6.1 to 6.4 to 1 ratio. So it's definitely a high speed reel. It works really, really well. I typically use the braid on my bait casters. This is Suffix 832 series. I'll do 20 or 30 pound test on my bass bait casters, and it seems to work really, really well. And I'm going to include a link to all of the things that you see here down in the description below. That way, if anything here interests you, you know where to find it. If you have any questions, definitely let me know. And if you like the video, definitely give me the thumbs up. Thank you so much.